We got bright, beautiful sunshine here. What is it, Wednesday, March 6th. Let's see where we're at here. We're south of the Liberty building here. We're heading towards Michigan and Randolph, going by Garrett's Popcorn here. We got mid-40s. The sun came out, and so I'm going to go out and check out the ice skating rinks here in Millennium Park, because they're going to start shutting them down. I think March 10th I saw they're going to, at least the Maggie Daley ice skating ribbon, they're going to start shutting it down for the season. Krista, how's it going? Anna Marie, yeah, my friend there. Shannon, how you doing there? Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Chicago. Yeah, we'll cross Randolph and we'll just head to Millennium Park. Here we're looking south on Michigan Avenue, the amazing street wall that we have that faces Grant Park and Millennium Park here. And yeah, the weather, another beautiful early March day. March is really coming in like a lamb. We had thunderstorms on Monday night. It was really warm on, am I getting that confused with Sunday night? Maybe that was Sunday night. And we had a few cool days. It's still kind of chilly, but it feels pretty nice in the sunshine. Michelle, Lindsay, Demichi, Shannon, how's it going there? Yeah, we got blue skies here. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Welcome to the lunch bunch here. And yeah, we'll see. We'll just head through the park here, look for signs of spring. We'll catch the ice skating rinks before they start shutting them down for the season. They'll start getting this fountain ready to turn on here by the colonnade here. There's people laying in the sun. We got one little cloud there. The sun's behind there, so the sun will come back out there. We'll check out the bean, see if there's any signs that they're gonna complete the construction on schedule. Let's see here. Did I miss anybody here? No, I think I got everybody good. And yeah, I finally got around to publishing some of those videos from yesterday when we went down to Chinatown, Pilsen, 88 Marketplace, Lawrence Fisheries. I mislabeled Lawrence Fisheries as Calumet Fisheries. That was a Freudian slip. Of course, Calumet Fisheries is on 95th, and but I corrected it. They call this Wrigley Square. I don't really know if anybody calls it that. It's corporate branding here for the Millennium Park. There's the bean. So, look, they've already drained. This makes me sad. So we've had such a nice, long, mild winter here, and it looks like they've already drained the ice skating rink. And that's why last Friday, remember, I was like, I better film this before they... It looks like they've already drained the ice skating rink here in front of the bean here, the one at Millennium Park. Yeah, the ice is all gone. I guess it didn't survive the warm weather we had this weekend. And signs of the changing seasons here. They're hosing it down here. Yeah, they completely drained the ice skating rink of ice here. So we're moving till springtime here in Chicago. But let's go over to Maggie Daley. They might still have ice skating at Maggie Daley. Let's confirm that. We'll see if they still got any ice skating over here across the Columbus Drive here. But look at what a beautiful day here. Nice, beautiful blue skies. Thanks for tuning in. Danny, how's it going there, Angel? The way I roll. Yeah, beautiful day for a ball game. Yeah, we got spring training going on. Somebody, one of my friends that's a Cubs fan, sent me a text message, and I guess every team besides the St. Louis Cardinals got a home run so far in spring training there. So the unless St. Louis got a home run today, it's just all, yeah, like spring training actually matters. It doesn't. But yeah, they're taking nice photos here. You look down Washington Street here in the Loop. There's the bean. So yeah, the bean's still under construction. Hopefully they'll get this complete before the tourists start coming back here in spring. summer. Here's the Great Bean of Chicago. They're not even working on it. That's what I'm like, where's the sense of urgency? Get this thing back open here. What are we waiting for? There's a few people. Somebody over there's by the portalette. Maybe they're waiting for something to seal or set or something. I don't know. There's some people taking some photos. Yeah, it's close as you can get to the bean. Even though the bean's fenced off, people still find ways to get photos in front of it. Isn't that nice? So here, we'll go by Casa Bonita. We'll head around here. Spring training is big business. I know. Arizona, it's huge. I've visited Arizona. I've stayed in hotels just to go to spring training games. I've been to Hohokam, and I haven't been to this new stadium. I was there when it was still in Mesa, but I guess they moved it to Tempe for the Cubs. I know the White Sox train there too. They got their shared field there, and yeah, spring training's well underway here. We'll go by all the nice bean posters here. There's the bean, and there's the bean posters. Look at the skyline there. You got the Sox and the Twins. Oh, the Sox and the Twins. Oh, that's interesting. Hey, thanks for the beautiful bean footage. Yeah, I remember that commercials from Bush's Baked Beans there. They would roll that beautiful bean footage. They even have the dog say it. And yeah, back to the Smurfit Stone building, Stone Container building. So we'll head around the Pritzker Pavilion here. Actually, I'll check out Lurie Gardens. I'm still going to see if we can see any signs of spring here. But yeah, here's the, we'll film through the little gap here. There's a little gap. There we go, look at that. I can film through the gap here. Yeah. Yeah, we could do all kinds of April Fools with the bean. Yeah, they could drape it. Remember there was an artist that would always drape things with wrapping. He would wrap like giant things, you know, and at big expense. I hope the National Endowment of the Arts was paying for that. I'm joking. But hello, how's it going, Sandra? Lindsay, yeah, that's good. Thanks for tuning in here. We got beautiful sunshine again, mid-40s, 45 degrees. We'll just head across the pedestrian walkway there, nothing big. Oh, they got a crane moving here. But before we do, we'll check out Lurie Gardens here. Of course, here's the Pritzker banjo, designed by Frank Gehry. His classic signature titanium deconstructivist style here. But this trellis they got for the speakers is nice. Here's the Nichols Bridgeway that connects up to the Art Institute of Chicago. They got it closed today. Isn't today Wednesday? I wonder why they got it closed. Usually they open it when the Art Institute's open, but there we'll head through. I guess the Art Institute's closed Tuesdays and Wednesdays now. So there's sometimes it closes during the week and it's open on weekends and maybe Mondays. But yeah, covered in crochet. That's crochet art's a big thing. I remember I was in Boston. There were people crochet trees and fencing, and there were people I've seen in Chicago where people crochet trees and sculptures. Yeah, you know, you stretch the crochet, you do nice little patterns. That's a big thing. Crocheting, it's that's good. Yeah, thanks, Lindsay. So Buckingham Fountain usually comes on in May. Last year they had some live bands there. They had, I think, Tom Skilling, the local longtime weatherman from Channel 9 WGN, Tom Skilling, he's retiring. Maybe he already retired. And he was the master of ceremonies. We had that footage. They had a nice cover band covering the Cars and other great songs of the 70s and 80s there. Look, we got little purple flowers. We got little purple flowers here in the Lurie Gardens. Signs of spring here. Look at these little purple flowers with the little yellow stamens there. Look at that. Look at the nice Signs of spring. The ice skating rink is drained of ice, March 6th. And 3rd, 4th, 5th. Yeah. Look at the Sears Tower there. Lurie Gardens. Skyline of Chicago, part of it. And there's the Art Institute. There's people enjoying the sunshine and the bench there. You see them sitting in the little hedges there. And yeah. So stay posted. We'll try to. Last year we went down and covered when they turned on the fountain. It's always such a festive time because you know, it's a sign that summer's unofficially beginning when they turn on the fountain. They leave it on until almost November. And it's always sad when they turn off that fountain because, you know, you're going through the winter. But, you know, maybe they'll turn it on early this year. They have started to turn some of the fountains on. I saw the fountain at the Chase Bank there, middle of the loop, was already on in February. In February, they turned that fountain on. I was like, that's pretty risky. I think they were just testing it or flooding it or doing something. But, yeah, there's the nice view to the Frank Gehry Prisker band shell. There's the bean. Look how nice that looks, the bean over there. And yeah, do the Love and Marriage song. We'll do the Love and Marriage song from Al Bundy, Peg Bundy, the Married with Children, longtime sitcom, satirical, set in Chicago. Yeah, they would always show the Buckingham Fountain to the Frank Sinatra Love and Marriage song. And Frank Sinatra's got songs about Chicago, even New York. Rat Pack out there from LA and Vegas. There we're going across. They call this the BP Bridge. I just call it the pedestrian bridge in Millennium Park. It connects to Maggie Daley Park here. It's such a nice. And I got a meeting at 1 o'clock, so I'll make sure I'm heading back to the office. This will be a shorter and sweet walk, especially shorter than yesterday, since we spent nearly an hour and a half yesterday going down to taking the Green Line down to Chinatown and going to East Pilsen to the 88 Marketplace. So if you missed that, you can of course watch the reruns. I think most of you saw it yesterday, and I already put it to TikTok there for. I know YouTube's a pain. Some people on TikTok, they don't like YouTube. They say it's too much of a bear to use. It's whatever you get used to. But we need it as an alternative. Because now, once again, Congress is talking about banning TikTok. We'll see if Congress can pass a budget. Maybe they can ban TikTok, and you know, they'll just do a continuing resolution, keep the funding levels, add it to the national debt, complain about it, but you know, such is life. And hey, taking photos here, that's good. People always take photos of this spot here on the crossing Columbus. See how you go down to the parking garages there. And that's good. Thanks, Lindsay. Yeah, I think YouTube does a good job with the sound. YouTube picks up sounds that sometimes TikTok doesn't pick up. Instagram was the same way. People thought they could hear more of like the background conversations on Instagram. I guess hopefully YouTube, yeah, it has a different compression algorithm. And positive, negatives, everything. YouTube does some things much better than TikTok. TikTok does some things much better than YouTube, like push the live streamers within the For You page. And yeah, we'll just look at that skyline, some beautiful blue skies. Yeah, once I saw, like, you saw how if you were watching this morning on TikTok, you saw how overcast it was and foggy this morning. And then it's amazing that all these clouds blew out, cleared up, and now we got bright, beautiful sunshine just a few hours later. There you see the putt-putt golf course. So it's all set up. Yeah, so I still hear music. So hopefully the Maggie Daley ice skating ribbon is still open. I don't see anybody skating on it, so who knows? I see somebody walking over there. I see somebody with skates. Someone's about to enter it. So I think the Maggie Daley ice skating ribbon's still open until the end of this week. Yeah, I see some people skating over there. So good. So we'll walk completely around the Maggie Daley ice skating ribbon here to document it. before they close it down for the season and we head into spring. So thanks for being a part of this. They're giving options to sell it or ban it. That's interesting. So they wanted to sell it to an American. Yeah, that would clear up a lot of anxiety I have about being on that platform, because I was always paranoid about foreign surveillance and how the data was being used. They'll still corporate mine us like cows, you know. It's still corporate social media. You know, I don't like that it goes to the Cayman Islands and you don't know where the money goes, but a lot of American companies go to offshore accounts too. They go to different lower tax jurisdictions. I remember when Walgreens wanted to move their headquarters to Ireland for the same reason, so they wouldn't have to pay taxes in the United States. So there you go. Be your patriotic there. But they stayed. And I don't know. Who knows? Hello, Mary Therese. How you doing there? Chris, how you doing there? Yeah, Chris will buy it. Chris will buy it up. Yeah, we'll invest. We'll invest. We'll move it onshore. We'll have full transparency. We'll show people how the algorithm works, where their data's going, who's making the money. You'd be surprised how many Americans probably, you know, own part of TikTok already. I've heard Darren was talking that he thinks Warren Buffett already owns some of TikTok, which is funny, you know. Here, the Rink Cafe. So Chris, they shut down the Millennium Park ice skating rink. We went by it earlier in this live, and they drained the ice, and it's probably closed for the season. I don't see them redoing it. I guess it didn't survive the warm weather we had this weekend. And look at the steam. There's steam coming out of the, you see the steam there coming out of the little squares here. Here's the Rink Cafe. They got the music playing here, so I'll probably lose my I'll have some copyright infringement or something here. But here, look, people skating on the ribbon here. Another wonderful 45-degree day where it's warm enough to just, you don't even need a coat, and you can ice skate around the ribbon here. Yeah, the weekend. Yeah, what's coming up this weekend? Is there any events this weekend I should be aware of? I know I want to take a break this weekend because I've been streaming every day for like over a dozen days now, because I streamed on Saturday, I streamed on Sunday. I know people want me to stream all the time every day, but I need to take breaks. Is there any events coming up this weekend that are people would be interested in? Of course, we did the polar plunge and we did the Iditarod last weekend. I'm resting up because March 16th will be the Dying of the River Green, so I'll be out as much as possible that day, covering the parade and the Dying of the River Green for St. Patrick's Day, and then seeing people lined up at the bars enjoying the day. Burbank, Daryl from Burbank, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I don't know, Anna Marie, let me know if there's, I might stream like once over the weekend, but you know, again, it's easier for me and my schedule to stream on my way to work at lunchtime here. And when the summer starts, every weekend there's something. Every weekend it'll wear you out trying to cover everything. Sometimes there's multiple events at once, and but I appreciate you wanting me to stream on the weekend. It's a good problem to have. At least people tune in, you know. And there, climbing walls. We'll see people climbing on these walls in the summer here. Here's the same people. Well, it's a new couple here heading around here. Look at this. Yeah, enjoying the ice skating here. Ice skating at Maggie Daley Park. What a beautiful day. 45 degrees. We got sunshine. Look at that skyline. You want me to stream the new kitchen? Yeah. I know there are a lot of people want me to stream my house. I'm resisting it for now because I like to keep the world separate. And I learned from Darren Monroe and other good people that they're like, keep your private life separate from your streaming life. I still want to have a housewarming party like I talked about, but I'd rather do it offline, like in real life. Not everything needs to be streamed all the time, and I don't want to regret, like, so people can figure out like where I live, and then people will be stalking me and knocking on my door and asking me to do stuff. And I like the separation. I like the distance. I don't see, you know, Marty Mayora or Dan streaming from there. They got so many more followers than I do. Deo Talk doesn't follow anybody back by design because he doesn't want to deal with anybody's comments or trying to message him, because he's a lot wealthier than all of us and he has to be really careful of scams. But he does his own scam. No. Yeah, I think last I checked, he was in the Philippines. He was in Japan. You know, he's from Brooklyn. Here's the World of Hyatt. Here's the Zamboni. So they got the Zamboni sitting out here, and usually sometimes they clear people off later and smooth down the ice. See the ice starting to melt here. This is the Maggie Daley ice skating ribbon. So let's check it out here. Dolores, how you doing there? Yeah, and it's not a house. It's a they renovated my apartment, and it's really nice. They did a good job. I got a new kitchen, and I have new bathroom, new flooring, and they made the place look really nice. And so I'm so happy to be in a place. It feels like home to me, and I want to keep it that way and not ruin it. And the other thing you got to remember, and you guys have to acknowledge this, not you guys are great. I can trust you guys, the Lunch Bunch, but there are bad actors on TikTok that, you know, every time I live stream, people can tell I'm not at my house. So if I divulge the location of my house, and people will be able to tell if out the window, they'll be able to tell where my place is at. They'll be able to tell when I'm not home. So if somebody wants to rob me, you know, and this is the world we live in. Come on, people, every day people tell me I'm going to get shot in Chicago, my place is going to get robbed, somebody's going to steal my phone. Every single day people tell me. And so if I film my house, every time I live stream, people can tell I'm not at my house. You know the world we live in. People can rob my place. They could steal my information. And so you cannot trust the internet. You cannot trust the internet. As much as I know you guys are great, and I would love to show it off, because of the internet and because we cannot trust the internet, we can never trust the internet. I can't divulge too much information about where I work. I would admonish people, if people had families and kids, the same thing. People could like kidnap your kids. You know, this is the world we live in, and the world is a dangerous place. I know the risk I'm taking by live streaming. That's why I got to be cautious, and thanks for understanding. I know people want to see my place, and you could heckle me, say I'm a wimp or whatever you want to do. Sometimes I struggle with why I'm even live streaming as much as I am. I know people appreciate it. Every day you get somebody questioning what you do, why you do it, tell you to go to a certain address, and you understand how I don't deal with it well. Sometimes it gets annoying. But hey, thanks for understanding here. We'll head up the stairs here. And I'm amazed so many people, you know, most people stream from their house, but they do it against a blank wall, and they try not to give out their location. My apartment, it's really hard to do that because you'll be able to tell my location. And so we'll get off of this. Yeah, safety first. Thanks for understanding. Yeah, 1060 West Addison. We'll use the address for the Wrigley Field there. That's what they use in the Blues Brothers. It was so funny. And they showed up there. What was that? The Illinois Nazis. Look at the Sears Tower. Look at that. Look at the top of the Sears Tower. Look at the clouds. Look how nice that is. So a true skyscraper, scraping the clouds there. Look at that. Let's zoom in there and get that. Look at the top of the Sears Tower and the clouds in front of it and behind it. 1,400 feet tall, 400 meters tall over that. And then with the towers, it's 1,700 feet. And the Sears Tower is taller than that blue building in front of it. It's just behind it several blocks, and that's why it looks shorter. But look at the skyline of Chicago there. We got the Hey, they're playing Queen. We are the champions. See, I'll lose my copyright, but it's worth it to have some nice song music in the background while we got Maggie Daley Park here. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Yeah, that's Cubs Park. Yeah, perfect picture. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for tuning in here. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for, I appreciate you the way I roll with everybody else. And Paul tuning in from the Netherlands, that's great. Daryl, thanks, yeah. Yeah, even Ashy Kid, yeah, everybody gets harassed. Everybody gets harassed, which makes me laugh that, the terms and conditions, the terms and conditions about creating a friendly environment that respects people and all this, it's so laughable because people are harassed, shamed every time. And, and so we supposedly live in this, people complain about how no one can handle any adversity. Yeah, but look at the adversity people on social media deal with all the time. We haven't removed people being bullied. People are bullied online all the time, and big giant corporations, they make money off of it. Allow it to happen, but it's part of human society. Just like you see dogs mistreating other dogs, like fighting over food and stuff. Humans do the same thing. We just do it in more subtle, passive-aggressive ways. Sometimes very flagrantly, like the war in Ukraine. But, we'll call it civilization when it's just land theft. Here, look at the Genie Gang, St. Regis. We'll head down into Lakeshore East here. Here's the Cancer Survivors Park here. Look at these columns. In the old days, yeah, DuSable Lakeshore Drive used to come right down here. And there'll be beautiful flowers blooming here. Look at these. There's buds on these trees. March 6th, 2024, we got buds this early. It's such a mild spring here. If I walk down here, yeah, those flowers will be bursting forth pretty soon. All these trees are ready to bud. And there's beautiful ornamental trees. There's the tennis courts down there. You see how there's this viaduct. Buds, yeah, the buds are good. Look at these pigeons. Yeah, look at the St. Regis. And here's Randolph Street. Oh, there goes the pigeons. The dog, there's a dog right there. So the dog's like, let's see what happens here. See, it's the Richard and Annette Block Cancer Survivors Park. We'll head right past this geodesic dome. Head down into Lakeshore East, but there again, look at that. Look at the sky. Look at the clouds scraping the Sears Tower, Skyline of Chicago. There's the colonnade there. Let's see how they got this Lakeshore East gateway signage. They light this up at night. I know I got some wind. We got some wind here. It's probably hard to hear me, but thanks for bearing with it here. Look, they got this. There's a pool in there. We'll head down to Lakeshore East a little bit. It's melting. It's melting. We're sinking. We got fires. Do they have the wildfires in the Panhandle of Texas contained? Hopefully. And then the West got a bunch of snow. It just makes their weather events more extreme. We've been having really mild weather, except for the last few days, but still not bad at all. I mean, this is very, very tolerable weather for March, early March in Chicago. Usually March is you're cursing because you want it to be spring. At least it's starting to feel like spring a little bit here. But we're still we're not out of the woods yet. We might have another snowstorm before it's all over here, just like California had. Yeah, I don't know if that was a Holiday Inn. This was always, see where this dome is. Now there might have been a different Holiday Inn with the dome over by Lakeshore Drive. We're down by Lakeshore East. Up in Streeterville, there used to be, I don't know if we're the W Hotel, if that used to be a Holiday Inn. There was a Holiday Inn on just by Wolf Point behind the Merchandise Mart. And I don't know if that had a dome. But yeah, this always used to be housing. This was always housing, and that was the amenity pool deck area. enclosed for those condos. These were built in the 70s, I think, in the 80s, this stuff here. And then this all stuff was built in the 2000s. All this was built after the Millennium and Millennium Park. And then this low scale stuff even that surrounds the park. And so we'll just kind of walk around this park. Eventually they'll turn these fountains on, and it's a nice, and there's really nice tulips and ornamental trees that blossom in the spring on this park. So I hope to show you that a month from now when it'll be blooming full scale here. Holiday Inn on Ohio Street. Okay, yeah, I agree with you. There's a Holiday Inn in Streeterville there, and it's probably still there. You can look on Google Earth. That's not where we're at. We're down in Lakeshore East. We're by see, there's the Aon Tower, the Aqua, Randolph Street's block south of us, and we're in this little loop in between Wacker Drive and Randolph Street. DuSable Lakeshore Drive's that way, and man, you got nice little dogs here. Yeah, it's nice and sunny here. Let's head through this park here a little bit. You know, we could walk over to the lakeshore, but it's pretty windy, so I'll stay away from the lakes because I'm sure it's pretty windy by the lakefront here. We'll stay in this kind of protected. You know, the tall buildings always produce some wind. There's a nice pup there. Yeah, we'll head over to the dog. We'll head over to the dog park. There's a beautiful dog park here. I bet people will be out, and he's got one of those bubble backpacks for the cat. Oh, they got the cat. That's awesome. That's great. See, you know, it's a beautiful day to get the cat out. That's great. Here's a nice playground here. And that's awesome. Look at that. That's great. That's great. That beautiful cat. Yeah, look at that. See, the cat's out enjoying the nice sunshine here, Lakeshore East. And that's why I noticed he had the bubble backpack. I remember when I was walking with Danny one time, we walked up to you know, we were up in Lincoln Park, and there was a nice woman. She had a clear backpack, and the cat was in her backpack, and there she was walking through the park, and I saw he had a bubble in his backpack for a special cat backpack. Cats are interesting. Like, sometimes if you make them feel like they're protected, like with they got like these sleeves they sit in, they'll be really calm, you know. But I always enjoy those videos where they put the camera on the cats, and the cats roam around and go from the neighborhood house to the neighborhood house and check out the other cats and climb trees, and people will post those videos. I mean, how can I compete with that? You know, the cat video gets more views than me. I can't compete with the cute pet videos. Look at that. Hey, look at that. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Chicago. Yeah, it's the St. Regis here. We're in this Lakeshore East Park. Yeah, there used to, yeah, see this, there's a pool right there. Lakeshore Drive used to come straight through here, make an angle. And then when they did the curve, and they curve it around, then now it's behind there. And so this area has changed over the years. When I moved to Chicago 25 years ago, this was a driving range. And none of these buildings were here at all. These buildings were here, but these ones weren't. And then the Aon was the last one. The Blue Cross Blue Shield wasn't as tall. They developed this park when they developed all this stuff, and if you go way back, this was a train yard, a rail yard, and that's why there were many plans to redevelop it over the years. See, look how she's going to come out. You open the one door, and so you don't let all the other dogs out, and then you can open this second gate. And that's exactly how you're supposed to use this dog park. Look at this beautiful dog park. See, look, yeah. Oh, look at these beautiful dogs here hanging out. Lakeshore East. And Mariano's is right up there. There's Mariano's grocery store on 2 levels. They got all the restaurants underneath here. And you got this nice little dog park. See, the tulips are trying to come out. The tulips are trying to come out here. Grass is getting green. Anna Marie, that's good. Thank you. Thanks for the emojis there. Look at the beautiful dogs. That's a beautiful dog. Look at that dog. Yeah. Enjoying the day, laying around. And got a dog over there running around. Yeah, we went by the Anti-Cruelty Society earlier in the week. Checked out the dogs that were in jail and the cats that were in jail. There, he's going to try to get that guy to move. He's like, I ain't moving for you. It's awesome. There it goes. There it goes. You got the ball. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Beautiful dogs here. And here we'll head down into the park here. Yeah, happy birthday, Chicago. You're right. 187 years old, was officially incorporated, what, March 3rd or 4th? Maybe March 4th. It was Pulaski Day. It was Monday. Monday was Pulaski Day. So March 4th, way back in 1837, Chicago was incorporated. And what is it, 187 years later, it's today, or this week. Yeah, thanks for mentioning that, the way I roll. Bell, how you doing there? Yeah. It's on the official seal Chicago. Corporation date there, very important. All that New York money came flooding into Chicago, developed the land, built the railroads, and the rest is history there. Look out, yeah, they'll turn these fountains on later. We got some wind. It feels like a fall day, even though we're in spring. So you hear the rustling in the leaves. It reminds me of a fall day, like the wind blowing through the leaves in fall over March 6th, 2024. Oh yeah, people, they think yeah, thanks Anna Marie for understanding. People think they're joking. You know, you talk to my moderators, Chris knows too. People think they're funny. They'll be like, you know, they'll say the most shocking things. Just try to, every night it's hard to watch the news because there was a robbery spree last night, north and south side of the cities, where people were, one person was knifed just walking down the street, you know, and we're all subject to this, you know. It doesn't matter what part of the city you live. That's why I get angry. People are like, oh, you're on the safe side. I'm like, there's no safe side in Chicago. People in Chicago know that. You know, just because you're wealthy, I'm not wealthy, but I walk through wealthy areas. That's where the robbers are going to go. You know, they're not stupid. They're not going to rob poor areas. They're going to rob the wealthy areas, you know. And, you know, it's just the mentality, and people just think they're funny. They're just like, oh, it's not funny. You know, this is real, you know. But thanks for tuning in. Yeah, let's head over to the Chicago River here. We'll cross right here. We'll go underneath the tall St. Regis here. We'll pop right out the Riverwalk. I'll show you up the Riverwalk. Head back to Michigan Avenue, and I'll call it a lunch because I got to get back for a 1 o'clock meeting. I got 19 minutes, which is plenty of time to get back to Michigan Avenue. And look how they got this. Yeah, I think there's probably parking in underneath there. There's probably levels of parking. You see how it connects to this parking deck with this housing here. So we'll leave Lakeshore East Park here. We'll head underneath. We're going underneath the St. Regis 1,100 foot tall mixed use hotel and housing complex here. They got the bike racks. Hey Sandra, you love dogs? That's great. You're in good company. Chris loves dogs. Diana loves dogs. Sarah loves dogs. A lot of my good friends and people that tune in, you got your own dogs. I see on your TikToks. It's great. Or cats and dogs. Pet lovers all around. Sarah supports wildlife wildlife refuges in Africa, and they feed the animals, and they stream it on TikTok. You know, it's great. So there's where they tow the cars. There's where if your car gets towed downtown, they take it to the lowest level. There's 3 levels of Wacker Drive. We're on the lowest level here. And you can walk right here to get to the Riverwalk. This is generally the area we'll be at, not this weekend, next weekend, March 16th. I'll probably be up on the top there trying to live stream them dyeing the river green. See, there's Navy Pier that way. Someone asked if I ever go to Navy Pier. I'm like, yes, we go to Navy Pier. Just watch, we'll get there eventually. And wherever you go, people want you to go somewhere else. I got this little spongy material for the playground. Easy on your feet. I always point this out. There's a nice World War II memorial here to the submarines built in Manitowoc, Wisconsin during World War II. Look at all these submarines that went to the different theaters of war here, and you can crawl right through the hatch here of the USS Trout. And look, 28 submarines built in Manitowoc, Wisconsin passed their way to Pearl Harbor, December 7, 1941. Dedicated, look at that. And after Pearl Harbor. And that's because the ones that were destroyed in that surprise attack. They're working on this fountain, so I really hope that they're going to get this fountain going again, which shoots a jet of water across the Chicago River here. So we'll walk along the Riverwalk here. Yeah, the Sheraton. The Sheraton's right there. There's the Sheraton, and great hotel. I'm glad you stayed there, so you know right where we're at here, and you can watch the boats go by. It's conveniently located close to Navy Pier and downtown Michigan Avenue shopping. This is Wacker Drive. There's the Swiss Hotel. So many hotels in this area, and yeah, it's quite a mix. Oh, Lisa, yeah, I see that. Brussels Griffon, 25% Chihuahua, Schnauzer, Poodle, Lhasa Lhasa. That's amazing. Oh, yeah. See, they said what the mutt dogs have the best temperament, right? So that's me. I'm a mutt human, and that's a joke. And I don't have the best temperament. You know, I can fly off the handle, as everybody knows. Look at this little mural here. So this is the Oasis Bar. Look at all the multicolored picnic tables they got stored for the winter here. It's like the sandbar, little island party hut. Look at that Sweetwater. I like that nice mural. They're very colorful. Colors of the rainbow. Hey, riding the bike down the Riverwalk. That's great. Hey, watch the December Navy fireworks from your room out of the cold. That's the way to do it. See, you were smarter than me. I was the dummy that was out there trying to look. Somebody lost their dog booty. There's a dog booty laying there. Yeah, I was actually out there in the cold, so you had a smarter vantage point. You could look down and see the fireworks from warm inside. But thanks for coming to Chicago in December. That's great. Check out the Michigan Avenue lights. We'll head up this bridge right here. I got a race to get back to. I got a 1 o'clock meeting, so I'm gonna really start trucking it to get back. Make sure I make this meeting on time. I already ate lunch. Don't worry, I ate an early lunch at 11. People are always worried. I filmed that 88 Marketplace, and somebody made a nice comment. I appreciate it. They were like, you should have got something. No, I filmed the fisheries. I filmed the Lawrence fisheries, and they said, you should have got something to eat. But they didn't realize I was on a tight time schedule. You know, I would not have made it back to the office if I would have stopped to get something to eat. So here, we'll head up these stairs here, and we'll start making our way back to the office here. Sandra, how you doing there? Amber? Yeah, that's good. Lisa? Yeah, it's a curtain of water. It drips. Yeah, when you take, you know what it's like. You take the architectural cruise underneath it, and you get wet, and the boats go really fast underneath it. And people sometimes scream because it depends on how warm it is that day. A nice rainbow of jet of water going across you right here on the main channel of the Chicago River. I didn't see any boats come by. Huh. Well, here we'll head up to Columbus Drive here, and we'll head up to the top here. Yeah, they're working on that area. I wonder. It looks like they're building a new concession. Looks like they're building a new concession there. There you can see the Wrigley building. This is middle level of Wacker Drive. You clearly see the 3 levels of Wacker Drive here. And here's the river. Look at that. So they're building a new building there. They're building a new concession area. We'll keep you posted on the progress of that. Here's the Columbus Avenue Bridge. There, look at that nice view to the Wrigley building, the Trump Tower. And looking Wacker Drive, the multiple levels there. There's the Swiss Hotel, St. Regis. Made it to the top here. Yeah, so this is the vantage point we had last year for Dinah River Green. It's probably better to be on this side because they'll go that way and they'll start churning up the water. Most people gather in this area for dyeing the river green. Well, look how nice the Wrigley building and the onion dome of the Medina Athletic Association, the Intercontinental Hotel. So here, we'll head down this way. Look how wide Columbus is. When they lift that bridge, it's so wide and tall. It's a Basque-Gill drawbridge. But hey, welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago River. Got a beautiful 45-degree sunny day here in early March. And I'll be keeping this short and sweet today because I got to get back for a 1 o'clock meeting. There's the Hyatt Regency. And some messages there about the buses. There you can see the John Hancock. See the John Hancock in between the two Optima buildings there. Yeah, look at that. Those are residential. And look at the Wrigley building. So we'll get up to this next intersection here. Look at this pigeon. Look at this pigeon sitting on this light bulb. That's a nice perch right there. What's this bus doing? It's just waiting here. Look at that view to the clock tower. So they're still working on the DeSable Michigan Avenue Bridge. It's still open, but they're just doing construction on it. I don't know what's going on. There you can see to the Aon and the Prudential. There, perfect timing. We can cross the street here. So we'll cross Wacker Drive. Remember, we walked across that Sky Bridge one morning when I did the pedway, and we were in the Hyatt when we started. And we'll head right over back to Michigan Avenue here. Wrap this thing up. Yeah, it turned out to be a sunny day. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, this morning it was dreary, low clouds, foggy. I couldn't imagine that all burning off by lunchtime, but it did. About 11 o'clock, I looked out the window. I'm like, man, the sun's out. Where do those clouds go? And it feels pretty warm. It's 45 degrees at least. It's a little chilly. Like I said, it feels like a fall day, even though we're in spring. We're technically still in winter. We're technically still in winter until March 21st. Look at that. Look at the Tribune, the Wrigley building. Look at that nice view you get from Wacker Drive there, looking north across the bridge and river. And here's they got a sculpture up there. Here's the Chicago Architectural Center. This building was one of the last buildings designed by Mies van der Rohe. We got a YouTube back in October. Pay to get in there now. We had the two. We're getting close, and so we were technically in meteorology spring. We're not in the Tribune Tower. And then go 2 blocks south here. We'll get you last little views here of the London House, the Trump Tower, and Michigan Avenue. Here's Fannie Mae. Fannie Mae next door, the 333 North Michigan. You can take these steps down to lower Wacker in Michigan. There's the Blackhawk store. We got YouTubes going in there. They got the. It wasn't as bad as the Washington team or the Cleveland. And Cleveland wouldn't be as bad. I know Cleveland changed their name to the Guardians, but Chief Wahoo was the reason. It was a horrible stereotype cartoon caricature, almost like from a Bugs Bunny, worse than a Bugs Bunny cartoon that they had, and that's what was so offensive about it. But the Washington team was the worst. But now they're the Washington Commanders, and Cleveland's the Guardians of the Galaxy. Look at that Charlie Brown building. We're cutting out. Okay, good. Thanks the way I roll. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to sign off too. Thanks everybody for tuning in on this nice little walk here. We'll leave you with scenes of the Carbide and Carbon building. You know, we're getting close. And thanks for tuning in for a beautiful sunny day here. We'll wait till this traffic crosses and we'll run across the street here. Yeah, we can make it. We can make it. There's the Pendry and Carbide and Carbon building. Have a great rest of your Wednesday there. Enjoy the sunshine if you're in Chicago. If not, we'll be on TikTok tonight for my walk home, and we'll do this all. I have no idea what's going on this weekend. We'll figure it out when we get closer to it. Here, St. Patrick's Day special is at the Sweetwater. Here's the Sweetwater on Michigan Avenue. Shepherd's pie, flatbread, pastrami Reuben, Irish mac and cheese. There you go, Irish drinks. Get the grasshopper. St. Pat's Day special is at the Sweetwater here. So we'll be doing full coverage of the St. Patrick's Day festivities. I probably won't get to the Southside Parade, but I'll get to the other ones. And we'll keep on trucking here. So thanks everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Christy, the way I roll, and Lisa, and everybody else there. Got a lag. Thanks, Betty. Thanks for tuning in here. We'll sign off here from Michigan Avenue. Thanks, Crystal Blue Funk. Thanks for the emojis there. And we'll see you later here from Chicago. Thanks everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great